Yeah, I completely agree. That makes sense. Okay, that makes more
Even
sense
without
now, because
the
I guess it was based on the
Onion
first
is
round.
an Onion's skip star. You know,
Yes.
Vermilion. So like, you know, I mean, their Team Flair's team is just stacked. So I think that they're going to want to win this. This is not like they're throwing thing. No, chat. They want to win this because then they get the perfect scenario. It's basically like if they win this, it's guaranteed second place is how you would look at it. Because I think it'd be really hard for them to lose against Tomatitos. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like, and I don't think they would have, like, Tomatitos, if they had to face one team, I think that's the team that they would prefer to face. No disrespect to Tomatitos. Tomatitos has a weird, like, set of skills,
it's just
but it doesn't seem to work against Flair.
Stylistically, Team Flair, like, Nexus can just, somehow, he just can counter Sheep so much. It's weird. So unless Tomatitos looks to kind of close that gap, so that's why both of these teams are taking this very seriously.
And you got 5 days till the next round of matches too, so teams have a long weekend to kind of prepare for Monday. And you can see we're on Proc now. Team Flair's arguably favorite map, if not their favorite map, one of their favorite maps. They always like to pick it, and it's an up and over here. They're going in on Ober and Melly, double super conquerors. They have to make their shots count. They're gonna eliminate Ober here. If they eliminate him, that's humongous. They're gonna keep going. That DPM from that super conqueror did not get to do much. Melly needs to just do as much damage as possible. He needs to not worry about where he's facing. Just don't prioritize targets. Just shoot your gun every reload.
And Bloop going straight over to try to shoot Melly. Melly getting a little ram there just to try to get some extra damage out before he dies. He is going to go down to probably Onion here soon. No, actually Bloop is going to have the reload.
Chase is winning his 1v1 against Dark
Ooh,
Ninja,
and Flounder Vova countering.
Counter push again. They have to go over. They have to make something
Vova getting his clip off and then going safe. Leaving Flounder. Flounder trying to go over. Oh my god, that was bad for Flounder.
Not even anymore. Now it's in favor of Flair, and Flair are
Chase is on fire in the background.
He will die. He will not die to fire, but he's
a background character just on fire.
No, External could still die to him with the high roll. And now Knight running. He has 4 shells left in his clip. Nexus trying to lead the way. He has the most HP.
Gek W in chat. Oh, anyways, Knight trying to make the best plays he can here.
And Vova's on the lip of the hill. I don't know how much shots he was able to get out, and now he has to get safe because they're going to get pinched. Oh, that an HE shell? That
and it didn't pen. Yeah, it hit for like a 170
it was a head shell from the Super Conqueror.
Super Conqueror. What was like 120?
I think that you just need to go for the AP shot there. I think you just need to make sure that... I mean, maybe not, but this dance here with External is really important. External needs to not overplay his hand. He knows where he is.
To be honest with you, the fire on Chase was really important because that's like probably like a 500 bleed. He literally could have 1v1'd and won against External. Oh, External sees him.
He misses. And he's not happy about it.
No, he's
the External patented.
Vova!
The high roll! They actually escaped from the hill. No one was watching this out. They went K-line, and now External is dead.
And
even with a high roll, he would have died to the next shell anyway. And now Flair still up 2k HP, but not up in the types of tanks they want. They're putting Onion on the cap, but it's 2 Batch Hats and a CS. And we've seen what Batch Hats can do. FHS can pull this out. But they have to be smart, and they have to slow play it. They have to make sure that whatever they end up doing, they need to, like, ideally if they can get the hill, they want to do that. But Flair left the hill. That's the one way that Flair could lose this for sure, is if FHS gets a batch head on the hill, which Knight is now going to, because they cannot cap. They cannot cap with a batch head on the hill. And they can't get him down, and there's 4 minutes remaining.
Does he have the IS-7 lit? They should light each other there, right?
I think he was lit, yeah. Yeah, because he's even taking damage there.
He doesn't have enough to actually clip out the...
I don't think Knight knew that the Super Conqueror dropped off, though.
Do you think he was looking to pick the soup with the 4 shells?
Maybe they did see it, I don't know.
I think he's looking to play for time and trying to get the VZ resets and maybe die for it.
We're not sure where the Super Conqueror ended up going. He was running north on the hill, but maybe he got onto the cap. Maybe it's the Super Conqueror on the cap, and the VZ went to A6.
I think the VZ is on cap still. That's the original person who was on cap.
Mm-hmm.
If we get like the third P view, we could probably see here real quick where
Nexus running that rail line. It is a Super Conquer now on cap.
Oh, you're right. They traded
positions. Because they knew that someone could just get the reset, and then it's just... I mean, this... For Flare, this is still, like, really a big ask. And you're right about the running the clock out. They don't need to get the reset immediately, because the second that he fires, they're going to know someone's on the hill, and maybe Nexus just drives up the hill, and then Knight's going to go down. So bleed it as much as can, and actually Chase cheekily getting the shot out, and now Knight dumping his clip.
Oh, that one did not.
Landing that one, he needs to land this last shell. He had 4 in his clip for this whole time. He needs this one to pen.
Oh, Onion's actually lit for him, I think. He's going to try to go for
Chase
Onion.
Goes down to Nexus. Needs to fire. He needs to get on to reload, and he does not connect. Now Nexus just charging at Vova. I think that Nexus may have to get onto the cap now, because he can't run him down, or he has to run and try to...
well, the thing that's really that's really powerful about the VZ is the VZ technically could double shot both of these bad chats, but he would have to technically high roll Vova.
Bloop's using the boxes too, so Nexus is going to get on cap for now, just to increase the pressure, because bad chats are going to be loaded, but it's hard for them, but it's still FHS's game to lose. They just have to play it slow, calm, and make sure they get the shots, because once the Super Conqueror is dead, a lot of options open up.
Vova just whiffing him, but Knight actually ends up picking it up.
And now, Vova's just delaying a little bit, but he should be running, because Nexus is going to get a shot here for sure. And maybe Nexus loaded HE.
Oh, Vova's just trying to fight it out.
Doesn't connect, and Knight has dropped to the southern part of the hill.
Probably had the reload to pick off Vova.
Yeah, Nova hung out there for quite a while.
Wait, maybe Knight's looking to get shots, help him out.
He's going to try to be ring around the rosy here as long as he can. Oh, but he shoots the rock, and Nexus actually picks it up. Knight is still alive, and he's on the top of the hill, but he is a 2-shot. He does miss the shots on the Nexus. IS-7 just not taking any damage through that whole engagement. And now he has to clip. Can they cap with 2? I don't think they can. And they realize they can't. And so now they just need to push the hill and push him off and just hope that things happen. Hope that they get a fire. Hope that something happens. Otherwise, he's a 2-shot.
I think
even
a
fire, I think, isn't enough.
The IS-7's playing really aggro. And if Onion has enough gun depression, he can actually poke this hole down. So I think Knight actually might die here.
It's a high pressure situation. Onion can double... I don't think a fire can tick for enough.
But I'm saying the IS-7 like has shots.
Right. Oh!
Yeah.
And Knight fires! And he goes down! Yes, he picks up Onion, but Nexus picks it up! He probably shouldn't have actually fired. And bouncing onto so many bounce shots. Flare snatching that game, but that was FHS's game. I mean, Flare doing what they needed to do.
That was really high pressure, but for me, if the VZ, let's say, because like, if the VZ, I don't know. The only other thing he could have done, and this is like really kind of what if, like the only other thing he could have done is like, right before he like knows, like, because obviously he outlit Onion, right? So what he could have done is when Onion overpoked to try to push him, right? To try to light him, like proxy, he could have dropped down on the hill. Because of the way the time worked, the IS-7 can't kill him in time. Does that make sense? And he could have gotten in the water. That's the only other play. But I think what he was trying to do is he was trying to kill Onion before he got a shot off. So then he could have took the little bowl, and then he'd be safe from the IS-7 and be GG. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But that's why I thought that it
makes sense. Was his shot a clear hole shot on that VZ?
I don't think it was. Like,
I didn't think it was either. Again, could be wrong. Or maybe he felt like, oh, they know exactly which bush I'm in, and they're about to blind me. But I don't know if that's the case. I don't think that they knew exactly where, because he could have been in a lot of places at that time. But wow.
What a game.
Nexus MVP 101. Fantasy points,
Don't ever say that
3,800.
again. Don't ever say that again. Nexus MVP. Don't ever.
But then there's the other misplay. Vova was misplaying as well, toying with Nexus like he did. Like that was very,
actually is
take your
true.
shot of damage and get out of there.
Because if they could have got out 2 tanks, it would have been hard for them to make a play.
Because even going for the shot on Nexus when he was coming around the rock, instead of just ring around the rosy, he's an IS-7 and he's not going to win this circle war with you. Maybe he didn't know where the VZ was and he was scared of that, but still, like, he had a lot of time to make some decisions there, and I don't think he made the right ones. But yeah,
the only other mistake that kind of, if you think about it, was made was the fact that like Knight tried to pick Nexus instead of leaving.
Yeah, that's true.
If he didn't take those 2 shots, he could have left sooner, because at that time Nexus was actually going towards the cap, right?
And then they decided they slid out on the south and just been completely safe. Yeah, that's another actually really good point. So Flare were not the initial pick was good, but some of the other things afterwards didn't really go.
And then we're going
correctly.
Straight in the tank picks.
And they did the things required. Right. Some of it is just as simple as, look, sometimes we just have to get on the cap and like they have to miss and they have to get in. We have to make them make a mistake, and that's just kind of the way this game works.
I mean, I got really unlucky. What did he shoot? He got the super conk 1 shot, and then missed 2, and then Vova actually had to take a shot to kill him. Yeah, and then to turn his turret so then Knight could kill him. Yeah, I think Knight ended up having to reclip right there. So just really interesting.
Ooh, I remember this lineup. FHS bringing a Super Conqueror, VZ, IS-7-100.
Oh, you remember the 2 Sturves? That's Dark Ninja's.
Wait, that was against Flare. I forgot he was actually against them. That's the last time we saw them on Croc.
That's Dark. That's Dark's kryptonite. You know, he sees.
What's going on with Flare's comms right now? If I could just hear what they're saying right now. Okay, Dark. Okay, let's talk about this for a second before we go into game. Oh God, because he had that fateful push over the 0 line in his CS. But knowing FHS, they may just do something completely different. They may do a different side play.
If there's a team that can bring 2 Sturves and somehow make a different strat, it's FHS. Because if they're trying to become choreographers, you know, because here's the problem though, isn't FHS the one that basically choreographed their 9 line push on steps? Remember that?
Oh yeah, with the Wheezy.
And I was like, I think this is what they're gonna do, and then they did it, and they just like died because like the other team.
They're all going 2 line. Now, Team Flare's strats have maybe changed a little bit too since then.
True.
To be fair.
Remember last time they both the Sturves went 0. Remember?
Yep.
And then Dark got
they sent basically everything up there.
So this might be a 1 cap strat, where like, I don't know how it's gonna work though.
They need the Sturves to basically. They need to put cap pressure on, and the Sturves need to punish the IS-7 a lot.
Yeah. Would it be like one of those things where like the Sturves literally just like permatrack
D1.
the guy poking? You know what I mean? Because they theoretically could.
Yeah. Dark. Yeah. You said to go.
He's this time he has 2 buddies to help him out if things get bad. They're all literally looking for it. They're all looking for it.
I don't think they're there. I don't think they're there. I'm not sure. I'm leaving, guys.
Redemption arc.
I don't want to do this. You guys do this. I don't want to do it.
That was a good redemption arc for Dark. I'm really happy for him. He can learn from his mistakes. That's sick.
So the Nexus IS-7 position to get resets. The one issue that I see with the double Sturf strat is this strat existed back in 770 and 770.
They got to serve up an E1, so you're right. Like,
but it was hard and inconsistent to do when you had 10 minutes.
Look at this bleed.
And now you're doing it with Dodo taking a hit or 2. These Sturfs, jeez, look at that reticle size.
Oh, dude, it's probably insane. Oh, well, he has rammer turbo vents. I don't know what the other one has, but if one of them has a bounding aiming unit, that reticle, I can't even imagine.
And for my team, Dodo played this E1 position in this type of strat. Not a double stir.
Yeah,
strat,
and he's
but
playing
either
the
a serve
lower
or a
bushes.
grill.
He's playing the lower bushes because remember all of those gun calibers except for the CSs and
Can
the
overmatch.
yeah, can overmatch, correct. And the bat chat can't as well. So all their
So
heavies
Knights
basically
on the
can.
cap, and now Ober, Vova, and Melly, and to a lesser extent Flounder, are really just looking to punish the resets. And reason for Knight being on the cap is it's trying not to be an auto reset, make him load HE, and maybe it doesn't hit what it needs to hit, and
Yeah, with the HE being
FHS
reworked,
need to.
I feel like it's almost impossible you hit his unless you damage his gun, because doesn't that count as a crit?
It
reset?
should.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should.
But
Count
that's
as
like
a
the
reset.
only HE you could get away with.
And you can see the more he pokes to the right, there's the shots from Vova. That's the B2A3 position. Can get shots on him if he over pokes it. Meanwhile, Melly and Ober are looking to reset on that side.
Look at
40
this
seconds.
flex
He
from
needs to get a
Flair.
reset now. And actually, I think Flounder connected that one, or was it a Sturv?
I think it was probably a Sturv. But what's really kind of the really good play here is the VZ. Like that VZ.
They're actually going to
Vova-
form up and do an A-line push. Look at this. They are saying, no, we're going to bleed if we do that. Oh, and he actually does get the reset. But they're going to go up and over anyway.
Oh, they're still gonna go up and over. Oh my God! Look at Onions. Did you see Onions? Air he got.
Getting the air?
Yeah.
Dodo's the first focus fire. He's in the VZ and he's taken damage before, so he will immediately peel off and try not to get focused down before the push happens.
This
But
is
with
going
those
to
CSs
be a
getting in there,
fight
they're gonna
for the
pick
end.
This VZ. He's not going to be able to get out. He's going to have to dump in.
No, actually, no. He can get maybe the
Is he
ridge
gonna
is
get
work.
around
Yeah,
the
he can.
corner?
Yeah, he can get
Oh,
around
he
the
is.
corner. Yeah.
Is that little lip there? Unless they get a good track shot here, they do not get a first. There's the track. Do they get a second? If they get the second, they do. But now they need to start penning and doing damage. Because Melly and Ober
Nope, and he gets hold
starting to
down right
open
there.
up.
I think that's a safe space. Like where safe space. That's a safe spot right there. He made it to the safe spot. He made it
Yeah, it
to the
looks
safe
like-
space.
and
It
now
looks
they're
like
vulnerable
Knight's gonna
to
be
a
a
counter
pick.
push.
Well,
Yep,
Knight's gonna
they're
get
all
picked
shooting
here,
Knight.
and they have to counter push. But the problem is they're counter pushing
Luke
with
going
a
a little too
stir.
aggressive. They just they need to communicate. Just guys, stay safe, stay safe. Let us pick him. Let us pick him. And yeah, the Sturvs are now leading the push with
Oh, look
Chase
at-
in the
I
T100.
like the way Chase is going wide, so he can get a flank shots. But he's taking a lot of damage. The other two just going
Knight
for it.
finally goes down. They're trying to shield for Dark. They need to make sure they're still penning shots. Ober's at 37 HP. He's probably going to get another shot out. These CSs and
Maybe
Backups,
even
they're
two.
still alive. So many one-shots, and down goes the T100. That's a good pick. And FHS are up 2,000 HP, but they're
Taking
down
his
a
time,
gun.
and Dark still hits the ground. And now Vova can
Vernal
just.
picks the bat.
Oh,
Vova
Vova
misses one. Thing is, External can still die.
Oh,
here,
Vova
'cause-
misses both. And now External's gonna try to go for the
Oh,
clip.
External's just
So if
gonna go
Melly
for
doesn't
it.
help him, he's gonna use
Melly
the
hits
body.
dirt. External shoots twice, and maybe he's reloading.
Oh,
I'm not
Melly
sure
gets
how many he
lit.
has. Oh, he does.
The offside Flounder was doing a lot of damage and somehow able to stay alive. Looks like they're trying to pick Vova here. Oh, they have him in sight. It looks like Dodo might actually get the shot off and kill him.
It's a thin one.
And
And
he
he
gets it.
does! What a shot. Flounder really has been needing to get into this a little bit faster, but he's had an awkward time. He needs to pick these VZs
Both one shots.
really
So if
fast.
Nexus doesn't get, oh, he needs his
Dodo
go.
gets picked. Nexus
he goes for
basically
blue-
has to just trigger a unless External and Melly is an awkward situation because External can just kind of ring around the rosy with him, but Nexus just needs to force Flounder and just not let Bloop die. And the second that turret break happens, Bloop needs to try to get a shot if he can. He's not fired yet, though. He's not fired yet, so Nexus probably telling him, okay, get safe, get safe. Now Nexus is in a good spot. External dies to Melly. And Flounder's not getting... He needs to get a shot out here. He doesn't, but... Oh, Melly low rolls Bloop! But now picks it up, and now it's Melly versus Nexus.
If Flounder would have went forward, it would have been GG. If he would have just took all those hits, you know, because it actually wasn't enough
Yeah.
to kill him once...
I think he was going for thin shots on the external area. That's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, he needed to kind of... When the VZ was aiming the shots at the north, like at that time, he needed to be looking to get a pick. Maybe he's caught in transition. Maybe like he has a dead
Can we get a
driver
third
or
person? Because we have
something.
no idea where Okay, there we go. I want to see where Nexus is trying to run
There's
to.
1 minute left. So Nexus will probably just get down in that corner and just sit still.
You might actually catch him in time.
Because Melly's a 3-shot for Nexus, but Nexus is a 2-shot for Melly.
Oh, he's
they
gonna
know
light
that.
him here soon. It's an IS-7.
Looks like he doesn't know exactly where he went, so he has to kind of take some risks. There's 30 seconds, so he's checking the bowl. See if he went into the water.
Oh, I think he got lit.
Oh, I think he did. Oh, and he outlit him too. And he pens that! And now he knows there's 20 seconds left. There's not enough time for him to actually drive in, so he's just going to go for it.
I don't think he wins these. This is a hold down IS-7 here.
Yep, he needs some high roll pens. That one does not pen. Nexus, meanwhile, just going, please, 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 please. MVP, MVP! The last shot does not penetrate. And Flair winning the second round on proc.
It's crazy. There's so many things that lost it for them. Vova tried to clip external, hit the ground twice. You know what I mean? But then again, you could say the same thing for Team Flair. We saw Dark fully aim in with like what 40 HP left, trying to kill Ober, and then he missed he hit the ground too, and then Ober killed him. Right? Yeah. So there was just so many things. I think that I think there's just big highlights, right? It's the fact that like Flounder, I don't know, maybe he didn't know that Bloop was one shot or something like that. Because here's the thing, he needed to take the fight. He either needed it, because it was like one of those points where he needed to decide. He either needed to just back off and just start farming Nexus because he has a DPM, right? Mm-hmm. And just pray that Bloop gets in too late, or he needed to just go for Bloop, right?
And just kill one of the VZs outright. Like he did get Dodo, but
he did get Dodo, but I think he needed to just kill both of them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that would have been the play because of how far Nexus was
so
from them.
Too.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was
you
just like
pointed
one of
out a good thing
seconds.
about Vova's clip. It's hard to say like how much of a target he had on external, but even just simply not firing,
right,
would have been better because he knows that the Sturf can come help him.
It's not even the Sturf can come help him. I'm pretty sure Melly had shots.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, because the thing is, like, the bat check can't get out.
True.
If he goes to the left, he gets shot by Melly. If he goes to the right, he gets shot by Melly. So, like you were saying, like, when he missed the first one, maybe the play would have been to force reload and bait to make external think that he's still loaded.